Hey guys, it's Griffin. In this video, I'm going to be covering the exact funnel that I use in my agency for chatting. It's been this way since I've started chatting. I think it's so easy. I think a lot of agency owners get it mixed up, get it confused, don't know what to do. They overthink it. The best way to put it and why others aren't having a 1 to 10, 1 to 15, 1 to 8 ratio is just because they overthink the process. They try too hard to be a salesperson. They try too hard to implement psychology. It's just all over the place. I'm going to show you what works. It's simple, it's scalable, very easy to explain to a VA, to anybody doing your chatting specifically. It'll go over the welcome phase, building connection, and then 3 different types of funnels that they will either fall into, eventually leading to them spending money. So let's switch over to the Loom video and get straight to it. Okay, so this is the full chatting strategy that my agency built when it first begun. But in this video, we will just be going over this section right here. This whole section, I'm going to make a separate video on it because it needs its own video. It's about getting whales, how to make them spend the maximum amount of money possible, and actually leveraging and figuring out where to find whales, etc., etc. But let's get straight into this topic of this video. So the first part about the whole thing is the welcome phase, right? If you don't have a good welcome phase, you're not going to funnel subscribers into the rest of the funnel. So this has to be strong. This is done with a personalized welcome DM. Or if they already swipe up on your message, story, feed, etc., if they come to you first, great, you can skip this. But if you want to send them a first personalized DM, you want to do it by addressing them by their name. People respond to their name. Psychology says it's the most important word, sound, etc., etc., to the human brain. Then if they have no human thing or whatever, some random ass ding dong nickname, then just sit it into the normal stalker, whatever list you have for your chatters or your VAs, whatever list they have, just put them into that list. Unless they are a big spender, then you will figure out their name later in the process. Now, address them by their name, offer them a free teaser trial custom experience, something a little bit spicier than what you have on IG for the model, and then ask about their preferences. In this welcome phase, you want to get to know each sub, what they like, what they don't like, what they like to do, what they like to hear. DM is better, and figuring out how to make it more personal than a poll is huge. So in this phase, I want you to figure out main 3 things. Probably their name, their job, their pay day. Now don't be weird about this one. This was hard to kind of get out of people, but if you can find a good place to make it flow in the conversation, it's simple and it is helpful a lot when trying to get them to spend money. And then lastly is their fantasies, right? Because if you don't know what they like, you're not going to be able to sell them on leverage. So next is the building connection phase. There's 2 ways to go about this: active DM and sending an exclusive teaser. Now, the active DM is when you're talking to the subscriber to try and get more tracking info, to try and get them to spend, etc., etc. You want to respond promptly. You want to have personal replies, flirty, engaging. You want to make the language tailored to their human profile. So whatever they're like, if they're a white man in the US, if they're a Australian man in Melbourne, whatever it is, relate to it. Even if the model isn't, don't obviously go overboard, but if the model is engaging enough with this man or with this person, they will want to spend money if they feel some sort of connection. And then once you have this information, you want to create a Notion board for each sub that texts a lot or spends a lot of money. And that way, when switching chatters and stuff, even more important with a whale, when switching chatters and stuff, you'll have that knowledge already to know and what they like, what they don't like, what kind of things they like to hear from girls, etc., etc. And it's a lot easier when switching chatters, when switching PAs, etc. You will just make the conversation flow a lot better. And then the other way to build connection is having an exclusive teaser. So this is posting hints about luxury services. And this is where you're basically trying to find whales right off the bat. This is a pretty simple way to find it. In phase 2, you want to be providing clear content, clear deliverables that are like, hey, I will make you XYZ custom content for XYZ price, or swipe up for the price. And what I mean by that is some men want to build a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship or connection with this model. So, and when they have that, they end up spending a lot more money because they feel like they have a chance. They feel like they have an opportunity. Maybe they'll see the girl. Maybe they'll make them exclusive content for free. Excuse me. They might want to buy her flights. These are just a couple examples that I wrote down here. So now for these fans specifically, pressing luxury content is not good because you want to show that like, hey, I'm here for you. I'm not really talking to a bunch of other guys. They clearly know that the guy or the female, excuse me, is on OnlyFans. They have other fans, etc. But if you can make this girlfriend boyfriend relationship a reality to them, even if it's in the online presence, you'd be surprised with how much that you can get away with. You will be able to milk the hell out of these men because they will believe that they are for you and you are for them. Then moving on, if you don't get a immediate swipe up from a whale, which happens a lot, don't worry about it. You can just send some sort of example. If you think that they may be a whale, want something just for you, DM me. You can post this on your feed. You can post this wherever you want. But this gets the emotional fans and also the sexual ones because you also have a connection and you're also drawing a personal sex drive for that fan by creating a one-on-one, like I said previously, girlfriend boyfriend relation. So now that you've welcomed the fan, you know a little bit more about them, you've built that connection, you've kind of seen what they have, maybe you've sold them one or two cheap pay-per-views, or maybe you haven't, whatever. We then need to decide which of these three funnels to go down. So I'm going to explain each one and then I'm going to explain how to curate each subscriber to each funnel. So first, let's go over funnel A. This funnel is more specifically towards those who already know what the fan likes, have sold them a few pay-per-views, etc., and you're trying to gauge more custom content out of that fan and have them actually pay for it. So you understand what each subscriber likes, desires, fantasy, etc., and now you can craft targeted offers to that person. So if you don't know what this fan likes, you can use tactics like polls or direct questions in DMs. So whether like, what do you like? What's your biggest fantasy? Or you can do a poll, something like this that I wrote right here, and then pay attention to the responses. Write it down, keep it tracked, put it in the description of that fan. Post in DMs for clues about their preferences. So what are they liking? What are they not liking? What do they buy? What do they not buy? Everything needs to be tracked on any fan that has spent at least $10 on your page. It's super easy. Get your VAs to do it. Figure out some sort of system that works to track it, and then you can continue with this funnel. Then, now that you know what they like, offer custom options. Convert interest into a purchase. This is the easiest way. You don't convince someone to buy. You convince someone to spend their money, because if you they've already convinced themselves that they are attracted to you by DMing you, by subscribing to your page, etc., etc. You're just trying to convince them now to make a purchase. If a fan is showing interest, whatever, but they just have not really bought anything big, you say, hey, with their name, can I make you a special video just for you, starting at 50? You can name the price, you cannot. I've seen it work both ways. It's up to you. Let me know what you'd like, right? This is very broad. Don't use this exact thing. Tailor it to each fan, how they talk, how your model acts, whatever. But use something like this to just get them that nudge, like, hey, let's do something, let's buy something. I want you to spend money, but don't be front about it. Another way to do this is sharing your posts and promoting your custom services, because obviously custom is going to sell for the most. So you could post something like, I love making your fantasies come true. DM me to create something unforgettable, right? It is a clear call to action. Your model wants the person to DM them so they can make you custom services. And if you have somebody willing to make money, this is a great way to funnel them into your chats. Next, deliver premium experiences. So have your model create high quality content. Teach her if she does not know how to make high quality sex adult content. Exceed expectations. This will encourage the buyer or the fan, whatever, to repeat purchases and stay loyal with your model. Sure, they might be subscribing to other models, but you need to understand that if you deliver custom content quickly and add extras like follow-ups, I love making this for you, so here's a little surprise, right? A little free whatever, in a short period of time after the purchase to make them feel special. It is so big for that next purchase, because after they do buy that PPV, that do buy that custom content video, whatever, they're going to feel, if they do feel weird, or they, oh, I spent too much money, or oh, my wife's not going to like this, whatever, reassure them that it is good. They spent the money. It's awesome. Your relationship has just got stronger from that with them. You need to make sure that the whole experience from buying until after, people forget about the after, until after is completely taken care of and has a reason for it. And then follow up, like I just said, retain the high value clients only and prepare them for future custom sales. So after delivering content, say something like, I hope you love your video. Let me know if you want more like it. I don't necessarily love pushing another video right after a huge custom content sale. So if it was like a $300 custom video, or a really big long video, whatever, the fan is probably done spending money for the day. But if you know the fan likes to make back-to-back purchases, something like this could work. And also tease future offers. So if you're feeling like, hey, I get off next week early, I have the whole night, I love making really naughty videos on that Friday, whatever, you can ask them if they'd like to experience it with you. You can play it live. You can create a live PPV. You can just ask them if they want a preview of it if you've already made it, etc., etc. Now, going up to the next funnel, funnel B. Okay, so funnel B is a PPV tease focus. What this means, the strategy is sending a friendly DM within the first 24 hours. I like to do the first hour, but asking about their preferences. So this is kind of a funnel if you don't already know what they like from funnel A or the building connection phase. But this is where you can find more about them with a quick personalized DM, engaging the subscribers to have a chat with you in your inbox. So hey there, what's something you love to see more of? I'm here to make your time with me unforgettable, right? This is very basic. You can change it to more of your niche, whatever. Make it sound personal, make it sound like a female, make it sound like she just typed it live, right? If you can get a DM automation set up where it sends after maybe 5 minutes of the model subscribers or 10 minutes, that is even better because then you know the fan has been semi-active on the account and they are also looking to engage with that model since and hence they just subscribed. Then offer a free teaser or pick video, right? It's super easy to send these people free shit if your model is somewhat exclusive on her feed. But if they're not exclusive, it's fine. You can send them a teaser and not a full nude version of whatever you want to do. But this is all about hooking them. This right here is just hooking them, getting them excited, right? I'm sure if you know anything about the mind or psychology, you know once they are convinced or something, or they've seen something, or a trigger has happened in their brain, they then want to act on it. So, an example of a good trigger is just finished shooting something hot, want to see more, stay tuned, right? It's just explaining that you just did something you want to see or how you're feeling, whatever. It's super easy. I wouldn't necessarily go with this exact thing. This is just what I had on example. But the strategy is all about just getting a share, a blurred or cropped teaser with a playful caption, right? To get them to spend more money and want more. And then after that, you just ask their preferences, polls, quick reply, like we did in the method before. And then after that, you just want to engage daily, keep them interested. And if they're not paying, fuck them, leave them alone after 48 hours. Some more taxes that you can do, and the personal one that I believe in is behind the scenes content. And this is huge on building a connection. If you can just send them, even through OnlyFans, a non nude photo or just like a text that doesn't have anything to do with sex, if they are a quality subscriber and they've spent money, this is so beneficial if they also want a girlfriend, boyfriend type relationship with that model. If they don't, it still can help with the important level that they feel when talking to your model. And then tease PPV content like in the other funnel. It's pretty simple. Create intrigue and interest around your paid content. Create a sense of exclusiveness around your product or your model. And then post short teaser videos to these people or on your feed. Say it's too hot to post here. Check your DMs for full experience. So maybe post like a 5-second video of a clip that your model had or whatever, where it's just enough to really get a feel for it, but it's not enough for a guy or anybody that wants to fully act on said model to do his due diligence, leading to him DMing you. And make it super clear that you're active on your page 24/7. Use countdowns, emojis. Blurred thumbnails work great. It's a great opportunity for FOMO. So if you can get a fan on the FOMO aspect, it is huge because they are so much more willing to spend money after they have this feeling. And then after that, it's simple. Send the PPV offers, convert subscribers into paying customers. We want to change this word to this word. We want to change subscribers into customers. So what the difference is a subscriber comes back and spends $3.99 and looks at your model's pages like once a month, whatever, right? A customer is someone who is chatting on your model's account daily. They are always on there. You're always getting able to sell PPVs. This person is just always on your model's OF. Now, send personalized DMs, use bundle offers. There's a bunch of different taxes that you can use, but just make sure you're constantly giving them the opportunity to buy, But like I said, overdo it. Do not overdo any sort of overselling, over begging for money, etc., etc. Don't let your VAs do that either. So we actually specialize in custom content in the agency because we have so many videos for each of our models, because we have found out what most guys will ask for, what most guys want, etc., etc. And then now we can just have those videos pre-made. So maybe they don't even have to be custom made because of the mass amount of requests that we've gotten. So we've learned, and we just ask these models to go ahead and create this content off rip. But if you don't have it off rip, it's fine. Just charge a little more. After they purchase the PPV, DM them with premium offers. So example would be, love that last video. I can make something just for you. Let's chat about your fantasies. Pricings start at 100, 200, 300, whatever you want. But make sure that that price is known in order to have a conversation with you. They will be spending more money. And then from both funnels, the whole idea is these four things right here: scarcity, exclusivity, FOMO, and emotional connection. So you can just read this real quick. This is just a brief overview of kind of the main key points in each one of these funnels. And then lastly, our last funnel that we have to go over is the non-subscriber funnel. So this one is really interesting. So this funnel is really, really interesting and is honestly one of my favorite, just because how much it converts in the market. It works really well because of the different avenues and the different paths that the fan or soon to be subscriber can take. So let's go over them really quickly. The feed strategy, step one: in case a value teasing premium content to create said FOMO within that fan. So what to post: casual selfies, behind the scenes, safe for work teasers. These are all very good. I do see that blurred or cropped pictures, images, videos work very, very well, because it sends that, hey, this is here for you, but you can't access it until you do XYZ. Then make highlights of premium perks. Make it clear that subscribers can receive exclusive benefits. So use captions like this one right here and this one right here. So also compare free and premium content benefits in a post or private story. So you can do in your bio or your story, whatever, like this says: free equals cute selfies, sub private shows, custom pics, my wildest side, right? Explain and showcase that if you subscribe for free, you still will get quality content. But when you subscribe, the market is just so much bigger, and those fan will receive so much more love, support, pictures, images, etc. And step three is just driving this traffic to your subscription page with quick and engaging CTAs. So post stories like, just posted a naughty video, swipe up to see it all, subscriber only live. So these are very, very big. You can have a paid subscriber only live. So where if you have a model on a free page, you can make that page $2.99, $3.99, whatever. And then for that next week, have the live on a Friday, and then just say the whole week, this will be a live. The live is going to be crazy. Subscribers only. I'm going full exclusive, whatever, whatever. And you don't have to. As long as they show up and pay for that subscriber and that live, it is worth the opportunity for making them buy. And then lastly, use countdowns and polls to build anticipation and interaction to your model. And this will lead ultimately to them buying. Then the next strategy is your DM strategy. So you can offer low cost PPV offers to free subscribers. So if you're running a free page, you can send targeted DMs with like a really cheap $3 to $10 content and just see who's buying, who's not. Send something like this to them, very, very low priced, right? Use scarcity to create urgency. So say like, I'm only giving this to 10 people at this price. Don't miss out. If you don't buy it, you never see it again. Something like that. Step two, create custom discount campaigns. So being able to convert free subscribers into paid subscribers is huge, and you can do this with tailored offers. So a limited time 50% off, a limited time, you can run this all the time, 24/7, whatever. Seasonal promotions work very well. And then personalized offers based on engagement. These often convert the best just because the fan already has a connection with said model. So you can say something like, you've been so active on my page. As a thank you, here's a special $5 subscription link so they can get a discount. Obviously, they're going to subscribe with that. They spent money. They know what they're doing on the page. And so to get a price for cheaper, they're going to take it. And then lastly is the alternative monetization. So affiliate links. You can earn passive income through affiliate marketing. So if they don't want to go on OnlyFans, they feel weird about chatting, whatever, share Amazon wish list, affiliate products, brand collaborations. So if you don't have a fan or on your OnlyFans, they DM you on Instagram, they don't want to do this, XYZ, for whatever fucking reason, they can't get on the actual OF platform. Send them something in the Instagram DMs, Twitter, whatever. Like, want to spoil me? Check out my Amazon wish list, link in bio. You can put this in your bio or your link tree, although I don't recommend it because it shows that the model is begging, and that's usually not a good sign. But if you can get this sent out personally, it will work very well. And then highlight fun, playful products that align with your brand. So lingerie. So if another model sees that your page is popping, whatever, they can buy it, or they can even get said bikini, whatever, for you. So if you can tell a Instagram fan, whatever, hey, you buy me this XYZ, I will send you a picture of me in it, whatever. A lot of the times, if the fan actually doesn't want to spend money, but just doesn't want to go in the OF, this is a way to drive money out of them. And then lastly is live streams. So engage the free followers on the platforms to tipping during live events. So this will be announcing these live streams, live Q&A tonight, coming out with me and ask me anything, and then offer tipping incentives. So this is the biggest tipper gets a private message from me after stream, send a tip, and I'll do a shout out just for you. Basically, just sending those soft CTA to drive money towards that client is going to benefit greatly in the long term of these little purchases. And then the full funnel overview for the non-subscriber is to attract free subscribers, engage immediately. So these people you want to be quick, straight to the point with, and if they don't want to buy, then leave them. They're bigger time wasters than the one who subscribed to your page and just talk about nothing. And create desire with free content, drive low cost purchases, upsell to paid subscriptions, monetize to non-subscribers. So take a minute to read all this, pause it, whatever you want to do. But that is the full funnel overview for the non-subscriber funnel. But yeah, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about anything I covered, talked about, whatever, send me a message on Instagram. It'll be the second link in the description, griffin.ofm. Follow me, send me a DM. Let's get in touch. Let's network. And lastly, I do have an offer for you. If you want to network, if you actually want to take this business shit seriously, you can click the first link in the description to network with me for completely free in a free agency audit. I am not selling any sort of course, coaching, anything like that right now. Just I want to build a network of strong individuals, and I want to bring you along for that free value with me. I've held over 50 free agency consultations where I basically just hop on a call with you, talk about your agency, what your goals are, completely pressure free, and just create a network of high-minded individuals. Like I said, if you need anything, let me know on Instagram. If not, I'll see y'all boys later. Peace.